Glad to have you back. Now, the Senate on Thursday, July the 21st, reshuffled its standing committees during plenary. Now we have Senator Kabiru Marafa as the chairman of the Committee on Downstream Petroleum. We have Senator Oluremi Tinubu as the chairperson of the Senate Committee on Environment. Senator Suleiman Hunkuyi is now the chairman, Senate Committee on National Identity, while Senator Hope Uzodinma is now the chairperson of the Committee on Customs. And in the House of Representatives, there was a major change in a key committee. Our next report looks at that development. It's a development that many saw coming. The removal of Representative Abdul Mumin Jibril as the chairman of the House Committee on Appropriation.
The commitment on the part of the leadership that will look into the appropriation process to see that we'll strengthen it in order to avoid pitfalls of the past. And one of the resolutions that we arrived at was to effect a change of leadership of the Committee of Appropriation. And incidentally, the chairman himself woke up to me this morning after that decision was taken and said that the burden is too much for him. He doesn't think he will be able to continue.
The Speaker also promised that other decisions will be taken to improve the appropriation process in the House, a process that led to the passing of the 2016 budget, which left many members upset with Representative Jibrin over his handling of the budget. He, however, denies that he was forced to resign.
I wasn't forced to resign. I resigned on my own volition. Until date, I have said if anybody has anything that I have done that amounts to an abuse of my office or amounts to an illegality, that it should be brought forward. I've said it severally that I can be reported to the authorities or the relevant arm of government, or the internal disciplinary measure of the House should take its course. And as it is until date, nobody has raised any issue against me.
For the new chairman, he says he will take steps to correct the mistakes of the past.
In every opportunity somebody has gotten, there must be an improvement. We study what transpired in the past. We look at it critically, and we now see what are the possible solutions that can be applied to correct those mistakes that were made.
In the days ahead, it will be interesting to see how this committee settles down to work and what other changes the House will put in place for a more transparent appropriation process.
Former chairman of the House of Representatives has come out in protest against the manner in which he was relieved of his position in the House. In a statement which is in sharp contrast to his calm acceptance of his removal yesterday, the former chairman says Speaker Yakubu Dogara's statement that he was removed was, in his words, a complete misrepresentation, false, mischievous, unfair, and a calculated attempt to bring my name to disrepute, blackmail, silence, and use me as a scapegoat. He also demands the resignation of the Speaker of the House, Yakubu Dogara, Deputy Speaker Yusuf Lasun, and two other principal officers, saying, and I quote, "They were not comfortable with my independent disposition and my refusal to cover up their unilateral decision to allocate to themselves 40 billion naira out of the 100 billion allocated to the entire National Assembly." The lawmaker continued by saying, "My offense was asserting my independence and insisting we do the right thing at all times and expose corrupt people in the House. Lately, I openly disagree with some principal officers on the issue of immunity and budget issues." But in a statement, the chairman of the House Committee on Media and Publicity, Representative Abdul Razak Namdas, has described the accusations as wild allegations against the House of Representatives and its leaders. He further says most of the allegations on the 2016 budget process and his opposition to immunity of presiding officers and non-issues and mere afterthoughts manufactured simply because the House removed him of his position, unquote. Representative Jibrin, he says, like any other member of the House, knows that there are conventions and precedents as it relates to budgets and projects for principal officers of the National Assembly, and that he was not removed because of his support or otherwise of the immunity bill, as he is not the only one who opposed the bill.
Interesting times indeed, and this is just the beginning. The lawmakers have commenced a 7 weeks recess, but I'm sure that will not stop this issue from gathering steam. We'll be monitoring this issue as the days go by. Well, we just have to pause here for today. Till next time, I'm Lanre Lasese. Take care.